So in Overwatch we got tank, DPS, and support. We all know this, and we all also know that they all have different problems with Overwatch 2. The thing is, there's so many different Overwatch plays that it's hard to encapsulate one opinion for like everyone. So what I've done instead is I've gotten all three roles that people can play in Overwatch and gotten the rough opinion on what they all think about their respective role.
Tank is a horrible role. A couple of them are an unstoppable force, and the rest a pathetic joke.
Sorry, big guy, but DPS is way worse than tank. My role gets outclassed by most supports at this point.
Supports are very strong, I won't lie. But remember how weak and fragile we used to be, you stupid cunt.
Your role is half the reason tank is unplayable. The only way to have fun on tank is to play the few strong ones. My role needs more buffs.
More buffs? It's depressing enough just trying to kill Wrecking Ball. If you're dying quickly as a tank, it's probably because of a support. They're the ones that should be nerfed.
Excuse me, did you forget why we have been buffed in the first place? Yes, because DPS started running around killing supports and it became a problem. So we got buffed. And because of that, the tanks got caught in the crossfire. And so if I had to blame anyone, it would be the DPS.
And that's the premise of this video. How did we get to that situation? You might recall when I made the video Overwatch 2 and its support problem, I hinted that the cause of all of this was the lack of CC, or crowd control. But in my comments section, a lot of people would actually argue that the switch to 5v5 instead of 6v6 was the reason it all went downhill. But I don't think that's the case. I know tanks now have to play in a different way to survive in the world of Overwatch 2, but I simply just can't believe that that's the reason the first domino fell and caused this chain reaction of all these problems to start. And before anyone crucifies me in the comments section, just know I'm not completely disagreeing with the 5v5 statement, I'm just saying there's more to this story. And with that being said, let me try and convince you. Alright, imagine this. You're playing Overwatch 1, your team comp is Ana, Baptiste, Hanzo, Cassidy, Roadhog, and Orisa. The enemy team comp includes Ana, Moira, Mei, Tracer, Roadhog, and Orisa. The enemy Tracer is feeling a little brave and has decided that he wants to poke or even kill your team's Ana. Now in this 6v6 scenario, what should we do? Your Ana could nade herself if she takes too much damage. That's a good option, right? Well, kinda. Good news is that the Ana will save herself from dying to the Tracer. Bad news is that your team comp is relying on your Ana's nade to anti whatever your tank pulls and hooks. So not the best option. What about Baptiste Immortality? Well, that's a very valuable ability that your team would like to save for a dire situation. Like one of your teammates getting pull hooked. So you could use it to save Ana, but that safety net will be gone. What about Roadhog hook to stop the Tracer? That could work and even secure a kill. Oh. Looks like I was wrong. Having a second tank to pill was the answer all along. But wait. Now your team can't do the Orisa pull hook combo. That means the enemy team can freely go for their own pull hook combo, and most likely one of your teammates are going to die. Luckily, your Baptiste can throw Immortality to save the hooked teammate, but now your team is on the back foot because they're losing the resource management game. How do we win this? How do you actually win in a situation where no matter what you do, you're losing? Surely Overwatch 1 has some sort of mechanic to help with this exact situation. Surely. Everyone's favorite cowboy, McJoel Cassidy. Does anyone remember that Joel thing? Am I the only one that remembers that Joel thing? Anyway, my point is, whoever the fuck this guy is, had an ability in Overwatch 1 called ALG, better known as Flashbang.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Man, that was weird. For a second I thought I just got teleported into a different game where it was considered a sequel, but in reality it was just an upgrade to the engine, and nothing new was really added. Anyway, in Overwatch 1, Cassidy could use his flashbang to either stop and kill the Tracer or force recall, and forcing recall would force the Tracer to fall back. And look, I get it, this team comp scenario that I just set up feels a bit cherry-picked, but just understand this, CC or crowd control was made for these situations. What I'm saying is that if you were to make any scenario in Overwatch 1 that consists of your support needing peel, the outcome will always be what I've done in this video. You will cycle through all available options, just like I did, and end up saying the most optimal thing to do is use CC, and more specifically, the type of CC that is expendable and meant for those scenarios. And that's how I think this all started, because Blizzard removed the main thing that was protecting our supports. And of course that means supports needed to be buffed, and now we find ourselves in this current day situation. So am I saying Blizzard should bring back CC? No. Like the video title says, it's a necessary evil, the key word being evil. As much as it would fix a lot of Overwatch 2 problems, it would also bring back a lot of Overwatch 1 problems. So what the flip, gang? What should we do? Well, sadly, there's only one thing we can do, and that's ask Blizzard for the impossible. We need to ask Blizzard to update the game. As funny as it is to shit on Blizzard, the task they would actually have to do is massive. That being that they would have to rework all existing heroes to fit the current fast-paced flow of the game. And for that to happen, Blizzard would have to stop updating and balancing their game for like 2 or 3 years, and that just would never happen. And with all of this being said, I don't think we can have a system that works for both in simple terms, dive and non-dive heroes. I truly believe that one side will always be better than the other. In Overwatch 1, heroes like the Tracers and Genjis of the game got the short end of the stick. Now in Overwatch 2, it's the Cassidys and Briggs of the game getting the short end of the stick. So even though I am a Cassidy main, I do understand that it's no longer my time in the spotlight. That was in Overwatch 1 for 7 years straight. Now it's time for the Genjis and Tracers. If that makes any sense. After they fix supports, that is. As it stands right now, no one can kill shit. Alright, we all know the drill. This is it. This is the Overwatch done. Overwatch done. Thank you for watching if you're an Overwatch person. The rest of the video will just be me talking about stuff no one cares about. Anyway, I almost died. Actually, the reason I haven't been uploading in a while is because I did actually almost die. It was kind of cringe, but I didn't. But it slowed down the video process. I swear, it's a good excuse this time, I swear. It's real, true story. And if you didn't know, because you're an American or some other place, that dent in the right side of the car, that's where the driver's seat is, which is me. I know Americans would be on the left, so it'd be like, oh, you wouldn't have died. Or you wouldn't have been hurt too bad, because you'd be on the left. No, I'm on the right where the dent happened. But anyway, enough bitching like a baby. This shit happens all the time. Also, rest in peace, the Ford Falcon. Built like a tank. It's a marvel of engineering. But it was its time. It was on its way out anyway. And with its final last breaths, it took care of me. So yeah, goodbye, the Falcon. And a few other things that are like actually relevant to like the YouTube channel. One thing is that I think it's pretty interesting that because this video took so goddamn long to make for an unnecessary reason, that you can literally see me improving mid-video, which I think is pretty interesting. It clearly starts off pretty like tame, but then like you go like, oh wow, he's like just learned some extra stuff midway through the video, because that's how long it takes me to make a video, because I suck at YouTube, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah. Also, second thing is, no, I didn't do a little intro this time. You know how at the start of every video I like to do a little something at the start. I didn't put that in this time because I wanted to make the video as short as possible, and I mean like contain as much info as possible, because there's like a solid I think there's like 7 minutes, a solid 7 minutes of pure info at 100% speed with no like trailing off, and like if I do trail off, it's like a part of the script. And that's just what I was trying. If you're an old viewer, you know a big point of contention for me for a while now has been, how scripted should my stuff be? And this was 100% scripted. I did not go off the script at all, ever. Unlike my my other video about supports, where it was scripted, but I used it more of like a baseline on what to talk about. Anyway, my point is, I wanted to make the videos more short and uniform, right? And I think the quality turned out better than my normal videos, but it became a lot more generic. So the quality got better, but it became a bit more generic. So it's more up to you guys. And I'm just saying a downside to doing that was I just didn't do the intro. And all I'm asking is, do you guys like the intro? Is it worth it? Should I continue doing it? Because I love doing it. And that's about it. Thank you guys for coming back.